Hi there. My name is Avil Beckford, and this is episode 2 of Read with Avil. Today, I'll be talking about Rich Habits by Thomas Corley. There is a reason for me choosing this book. Recently, I watched a YouTube video with entrepreneur Dan Henry speaking about 4 books he read that made him over $30 million. It so happens that 2 of the 4 books I had read years earlier, and yet I didn't make millions of dollars. This made me pause and reflect. What I came up with was that I was not thinking and acting at the level of a millionaire. I've always been very good at applying the knowledge from the books I read. But the feedback, from watching that YouTube video made me realize that I needed to level up and take things up several notches if I wanted to make millions from reading books, if I want to profit from the books I read. So I also thought I'd delve deeply because I have a membership site, the Art of Learning Leadership Academy. And I think it's my responsibility to uncover these things so that members might benefit. During my reflection time, I remembered that I read Rich Habits, so I thought I'd refer to my notes to see what I could come up with. And that's why it's so good for you when you read books, especially nonfiction, to take notes so that you can always go back and refer to them to refresh your memory. The author of Rich Habits, Thomas Corley, is a certified public accountant and certified financial planner. He started conducting research because he noticed that some of his clients were struggling while others were very wealthy. What made this so important is that this happened even when their businesses brought in the same amount of revenues. He diagnosed all aspects of the business, but when he did that, he couldn't find the problem. One day, he asked one of his clients how he spent his time in the evening. The response was eye-opening for Thomas Corley. It made him realize that he was asking the wrong questions. Based on what he discovered, he crafted 21 questions that he asked his clients. He wanted to get to the heart of the matter to find out how they were spending their evenings. He did this research for over a period of, I think, was 5 years. And after distilling the information, he came up with what he called 10 rich habits. 1, I will form good daily habits and follow these good daily habits each and every day. I will set goals for each day, for each month, for each year, and for the long term, I will focus on my goals each and every day. 3, I will engage in self-improvement each and every day. 4, I will devote part of each and every day in caring for my health. 5, I will devote part of each and every day to forming lifelong relationships. 6, I will live each and every day in a state of moderation. 7, I will accomplish my daily task each and every day. I will adopt a do-it-now mindset. 8, I will engage in rich thinking each and every day. 9, I will save 10% of my gross income every paycheck. When you think about these habits, they make sense. Now, I'm going to probe a couple of them. And if you want to get all the information, consider joining my membership site, the Art of Learning Leadership Academy. So, with rich promise number 1, I will form good and daily habits and follow these good daily habits every day. Practicing good daily habits is the foundation for success. You want to conduct a self-assessment, perhaps even a personal SWOT analysis to identify your strengths and weaknesses. Be very honest with yourself when you're taking this assessment, because you want to gather information that can help you. Create a spreadsheet, record your bad habits and your good habits. Pay attention to how many times you're doing stuff like watching TV, not exercising, anything that prevents you from achieving your goals, the goals that are very important to you. So that's a point for you to start. Another one to explore deeply, and this is something that's important to me. So for those of you who know me, know why it's important. And that is rich habit promise 3. I will engage in self-improvement every day. Successful people read for self-improvement. They study their industry by reading journals and periodicals. Ongoing learning is a part of their life. It's a part of their DNA. Self-improvement activities improve your mind and expand your knowledge to better your career. Doesn't that make sense to you? Rich promise number 5. I will devote each and every day to forming lifelong relationships. This is what the book says. They tend to relationships like a farmer tends crops, nurturing them every day, remembering names, birthdays, gifts for newborns, and interacting frequently. Successful people seek to help their relationships and their business associates, even when there is nothing in it for them. They are focused on others rather than on themselves. Let's pause for a minute. Think about that for a minute. Rich habit promise 8. I will engage in rich thinking every day. So what does that mean? Here's what the book says. Successful people are positive, enthusiastic, energetic, happy, and well-balanced individuals. They feel powerful, in control, confident, and energized. This is not by accident. They are disciples of rich thinking. They also use positive affirmations to reinforce positive self-talk. And they control their thoughts and emotions. Thinking about what I just said, how do you stack up? So, what kind of problem does this Rich Habits by Thomas Corley solve? The book solves the problems of financial struggle by identifying and promoting daily habits that lead to wealth and success. So here's a solution, step by step. 1, form good habits. Identify bad habits and replace them with positive ones. 2, set daily and long-term goals. Plan each day's task and work toward larger objectives. 3, focus on self-improvement. Dedicate time each day to learning and skill building. 4, maintain health. Exercise regularly and eat healthily as part of a balanced lifestyle. 5, build relationships. Invest time in nurturing personal and professional relationships. 6, live in moderation. Avoid excesses in all areas of your life, from food to emotions. Create daily tasks. Cultivate a do-it-now mindset, tackling tasks promptly. 8, engage in positive thinking. Practice affirmations and maintain a positive, proactive attitude. 9, save 10% of income. Prioritize saving a portion of your earnings. 10, control emotions. Manage thoughts and emotions to avoid negative outcomes. So what do you think of all of this so far? There's another thing I want to cover. And remember, I was talking about the YouTube video. And, I said that it felt as if I was acting at the level of a millionaire. Yes, I applied knowledge from the books I read, but obviously I wasn't taking the kinds of actions that highly successful people and millionaires, take the actions that they take. So what's one big action you can take after reading Rich Habits by Thomas Corley? The big action is to create a daily rich habits routine to reinforce the habits essential for success. Remember, there are 10 rich habits. So here are some steps that you could possibly take. 1, identify your current habits. List your current daily habits and identify the ones that are not serving your goals. 2, incorporate the 10 rich habits. Replace unproductive habits with productive ones like goal setting, self-improvement, positive thinking, and financial discipline. 3, track progress. Use a habit tracking tool or journal to record your progress for the next 30 days. This is important because you want to see how you're doing. 4, evaluate and adjust. After 30 days, assess which habits have made a difference and continue refining your routine. It's always important to test, adjust, evaluate, and adjust. So where do we go from here? I want to reiterate that when you're reading a book, to make sure that you take notes. As you can see, I had to go back to my notes for Rich Habits when I was reflecting on those 4 books that Dan Henry said that made him over $30 million. My episode 3 will be coming up shortly in another day or two. Right now, I'm not sure which book I'm going to be covering. I've read so many good books, and I have my notes. As I explore the read with Avil more deeply, the format could change. Remember, this is only episode 2, so I'm testing it to see what works, what doesn't work, what I need to do to add more value so that you, my audience, may benefit and can apply the information based on what I am saying. Once again, Avil Beckford. And if you want to become a member of my membership site, the Art of Learning Leadership Academy, you will have access to my bookish notes. Think book summaries on steroids. You will get so much more information than what I'm giving you in Read with Avil. It's Art of Learning Leadership Academy.com, artofleadershipacademy.com. And if you think that is a mouthful, think of the acronym AOLLA.info, AOLLA.info, AOLLA.info. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.